Hello everyone, and I hope you are doing good wherever you are. My name is Kirui, and today we will be going through these pairs. We are doing this market review for next week, that is on 29th of May all the way to 4th of May. Remember, next week is a week whereby we are having news or the non-farm payroll, that is the NFP, and we are likely to have major moves in price during that given week. Also, as we are talking, I realized that on DXY we are at a premium area, or we are at an area whereby we expect to see a reversal in movement before before that time or during that given time. Remember, we have around 5 days of trading, and with these 5 days of trading, it might fulfill our objectives on the first 2 to 3 days of the week, or it might consolidate the whole of Monday through to Thursday, and on Friday we expect to see a move downside, or also we might have the move downside during the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and reaching on the around that day of the news, we have a bullish move because we will have balanced the gaps that will be existing in the daily time frames and also in the lower time frames. Okay, so we are going to start with this DXY on the weekly time frame, and on the weekly time frame, what I see is that we have this fair value gap, this area here, and also again on this weekly time frame that we have this bearish movement which came at almost to this low. So because this is a very large movement, any price that closes below the close of these weekly candles is a confirmed break of structure, and I wanted to see a reversal at this order block, this one. So that is what I'm expecting to find in the market next week, and if I don't see that, then my move may still be a little bit different. So I was expecting to see, or I'm expecting to see a reversal at this other block. When we go in the lower time frame, you will understand more about this area again. So I'm expecting to see the reversal to balance any gaps that we might be having here, starting from this low on here, or there's that area, or again there's this fair value that is sitting here, which also we must go and balance it. But I can see that we clear this area here. So since we had cleared this liquidity that is sitting here, something might not still be left on the top side there. But remember, market is not our relative, and it can do anything that it wants to do. Okay, so on the daily time frame on DXY, or in the dollar index, I adjust my order blocks to this area here. This is my bearish order block on the daily time frame, and as you can see, there was this move, and this order block came all the way down, breaking this low, which means we had a strong break of market structure in the daily time frame. So this is our break of structure because of this candles that it went and closed below this area, and again this was our high, whereby the price retreated back to this order block. Okay, now as you can see, also deep into this area, we are having a volume imbalance at this place here. This is where our volume imbalance is lying. Okay, so we have a volume imbalance. So again, we might go and sorry for that. Again, we might go and clear that volume imbalance. This is a volume imbalance. Volume imbalance. So we might clear that volume imbalance also before we can have the movement to the downside, but that doesn't mean it has to be the same. Anything can happen in price, remember that. Also again, there was this low that came and it broke this particular low here, and remember we had this fair value gap which has now been filled, and also we saw some few rejections from that area, but it wasn't that much. So again, we might be having something in the lower time frame about this particular area. Okay, but with this our daily order block here that we are having, we might expect to see some rejections, or again we might go to this volume balance and fill this volume balance. Okay, another thing that I'm seeing currently in this particular area that we are in right now is that remember we are having this daily fair value gap, this area. This is our daily fair value gap. So again, if we are going to go bullish on this day, if we are going to go bullish on this day, then I'm expecting the price to come down like this and then it go up. But if you are going to go bearish, I'm expecting the price to come down and disrespect this fair value gap and have this move like this, and then it will have confirmed to us that the whole of that week we will be selling. So we have two options that we are waiting for to see in price in the DXY according to the daily time frame bias. Okay, so when we go to the 4 hours time frame, as we can see in the 4 hours time frame, is that we balance off this area, we had balance of this place, and on balancing of this place, we had this sharp movement to the upside and the retracement to this area. Okay, so this sharp movement to the upside occurred during the London, the New York Open time. It occurred during the New York Open time, and we came all the way down to rebalance this area. So since we came all the way down to rebalance this area, is that I am still expecting we have at the beginning of Monday some bullish movement a little bit, and then we can have a bearish movement. But that doesn't tell the whole story. The price, remember, can do anything. We are not related in this market in any way, so anything can happen. Okay, so again, with this area, on this time frame, you can see that this was where my line is on the, well, that is where our start of the daily order is. So I am expecting we see the rejection at this area, because this area is acting as our rejection point. Rejection points. You can just see this area here, another area here, another area here, and another area here. So you notice that this is a strong area whereby we are having what is called flip zones in price. So the price comes to this area, flips, and it moves. And even if we can extend this line even much further, you will find that this is an area whereby we are having key flip zones in price. Okay, let me just extend it all the way, and you can just see. You can just see that the price has been playing around this area. You see this place here, you see this area here, and you can just see how accurate it is. That area again, that area again, that area again, and this area, and this area, and these prices. If we go to specifically want to know to see even where this candle are close, I just click on this candle, let's see this area here. So because we are looking on the lows of this candle, let's see the low, and we will see, can compare with the next of this, the low of this candle. So the low of this candle is yes, the low of that candle is 104,297. The low of this is what again? 104,308. Can just say not very far. Again here, 104,272. Again, this high of this small candle, the high of this small candle is 104,307. And again, this area, what do you see? 104, because we are looking at the high, 104,305. So this is a key area whereby we are expecting to see these sharp rejections. Okay, 104, which one is lower? I don't trust anyone here, because even it is not visible to me. So let me just remove this. Yes, I've removed now. So this was I wanted to remove this drawing. Yes. So let's see these lows: 104,296, 104,298. This high again, 104,131. This high again, 104,279. So you can just notice something that is happening. Let's see again this area here, whereby I'm here currently, and you can notice something. What about the high here? 104,311, 104, 104,312, 104,312. Now, let's come to this where we are right now and see what do we expect. So we go to the 1 hour time frame and see that 104 area. So I adjust this a little bit to be at that area, to be a little bit at that area exactly like that, and you can just see that that is where our fair value gap on the 1 hour ends. So we might expect to see the movement reaching to that area, to this place, probably around there, before we see the rejections, or the price might break this area like this, reject this area, and then we continue the bullish. So remember, anything can happen in price, and we cannot control what the price will be doing. Okay, so that is what I'm expecting in the 1 hour time frame. Be watchful of that, of those things. Also, again, remember this price might happen with a gap to this downside, or even a gap with the upside, and we just reverse completely the downside. Anything can happen, so you must be very, very watchful of that. And also, the points that I've highlighted might not always be accurate, because remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here only to just share ideas with you, and anything can happen in price, so I will not be responsible for anything that might be happening on your trading side or on your trading ideas. Okay, so just see again what happens here. Just notice something. The price is just playing around with that area. Look at the low, 104.304, and again here 104.248. So that is a very key area, whereby it is a flip zone area, and anything might be happening in price at that given area. So we might expect to see the price going down again, or just sharp run up the upside. It says there's a flip zone and we go up. Remember, we must also follow our point of BDR raise. But right now on this on the DXY, our institutional order flow time is a bullish direction, because we have been having this bullish movement. But again, we are at an area whereby on the weekly time frame or on the daily time frame, the market structure has been bearish, and we are at an area whereby we are expecting more bearishness on the dollar index. Okay, let's go to the GBP USD and see how the GBP USD also has been performing in the weekly time frame. So as it is loading my chart, sorry. What do we see? There's a lot of drawings here, so I'm just going to hide it, because I can't just delete them. So again, here on the bottom side, we are having these lows here. So again, these lows might be cleared by price. Another thing that I saw in this price is that we are having this volume balance in this area, also again, which we might come for. This volume balance the fair value gap that is sitting here. Again, this is what we might come for those not seeing what I'm trying to show here, let me just draw. So from this area to this area is what we might expect to see the price coming from that area all the way to this area, and then we might expect to see the bullish movement. But that doesn't mean we are just going to be bearish on the GBP USD. Again, remember on the other side also, again on this pair GBP USD, is that on the upside we are having these fair value gaps, all of this, and we were there and then we rejected, and what do you notice? We are having these equal highs. So remember, there are some people that are selling from these areas, and also we want their stop loss. So we might go for the stop loss that are sitting at this particular point here, clear the stop loss there, and then go downside. But whatever you have talked about in DXY is going to replicate itself on GBP USD and also on the Euro USD. So it's just only going to be the opposite. If you are expecting the bullishness in DXY, then we will be expecting bearishness in the GBP USD, Euro USD, and also on the XAU USD. So right, I think we are done with this DXY, and also on the GBP USD, I've told you what we might expect in the weekly time frame. So let's go to the daily time frame. Under the daily time frame, we clear this liquidity here. You can just see this liquidity. We are done with this trend line liquidity, because you can just see first touch, second touch, third touch, and the fourth touch is where we invalidate that particular area, and we are having these candles that came and closed below here. So again, we might still need something down here like this fair value gap, or even the fair value gap that we highlighted on the weekly time frame. But that doesn't mean the market has to do that. You can reverse also at this particular point. Remember, what do we have on the other side? We are having this fair value gap, which also has to be filled, and also we clear this liquidity. But if the price does that movement, then it is going to be a long-term movement, because that is a very large move that might take some time. We might expect to see that, and then a reversal, and then a bullishness, or if that hasn't happened, we might expect again to see the bearishness in this area. We clear that low before we could see the bullishness, or again we even go down to this fair value gap, but I don't think that might happen. But remember, we are not gods in this market, anything can happen, because that's what we are faced along the way. Okay, so on the 4 hours time frame on GBP USD, you can just see that the balance of this fair value gap that was sitting here, the balance of this fair value gap sitting here. So if on Monday next week, then we might clear this low here, because this is an area whereby there's a lot of water sitting here. So we might clear the liquidity sitting here before anything can happen. Remember, again, on the bottom side here, we still have this equal low. So we are having sell side liquidity sitting here, which also again we might clear this sell side liquidity if we are to go bullish. That might happen. We might expect to see this. We clear that low, or we clear this, and then we reverse, or again we might expect to see this the explosion to the upside like that. We clear the areas that we have there. So let's go to the 2-hour time frame so that I can explain much better. So on this time frame, you can start to see that we clear this buy side liquidity, and also we fill a fair value gap, which is feasible in other time frames. When we go to the lower time frame, it's not feasible, but we clear the liquidity here, and after clearing the liquidity, we run all the way down to this area again, clearing the liquidities that was sitting here as for the buyers. So we cleared the liquidity that was sitting here for buyers, and again we are here. So in this time frame, we might expect to see rejections or some bullishness in price. But again, look at these lows. We are having relatively equal lows here. Relatively equal lows, meaning we might still come to these lows to clear the liquidity sitting there. Okay. With the 1-hour time frame, again on the 1-hour time frame, you can see there was a small fair value gap which was filled here on the 1-hour time frame. Small one which was filled, but we cleared the liquidity sitting here. And after clearing that liquidity, the time was 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And what do you know about 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. is that we clear the liquidity, break the structure, reverse to whatever, and we go to the downside. The same case with silver bullet, and the same case with 130 to 4 p.m. Trading. So I'm going to go to lower time frame for this, so that we can understand what I meant with the silver bullet, for those who have been in my groups or in my mentorship classes. So again, you can just see in this 5-minute time frame, I always go to 5 minutes time frame when it is 7 a.m., when it is at this 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., and also when we are at 10 a.m., 7 a.m. Sorry, when we are at 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. That is when also I go to the lower time frame of 5 minutes, and again also when we are at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and also 1:30 to 4 p.m. So we can start this. So you know that this is the New York midnight opening price, and all of this was Asia session. So Asia session started from around this time. Who did this time? And you can just see what was happening at Asia is that the price was retracing back. You can just see there was this bullish order block sitting here, because we had this high broken here. So there was that bullish order block, and the price retraced that during Asia, and then we had this sharp move all the way to that point, break of again of structure, but we didn't retrace to any point. So we just retraced to this point, and the market was still not bullish. But that is not our interest. Our interest starts from 2 a.m. New York time. So with the 2 a.m. New York time, what do we see is that we had this move, and then we broke this structure. Again, we broke this, and after breaking this structure, this was our bullish order block. This small one here was our bullish order block. This. So because it is too small, we can just pick 2 candles. So this was our bullish candles, and you can just see how the price respected the mean threshold of that, and then we had that move again, that block structure inside of 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. So we broke again. This is our bullish order block again. We trace back with that bullish order block, and then we have that sharp move. So again, inside here up to this point, there's nothing that happened because we didn't break any high except up to this point here that we broke that high. So the order block that was sitting here is the wall of this candle, was also our order block, and you can just extend it that in time. You can just see that, then retracement to the order block, then we have that again bullish movement, retracement back to the order block. Now what was happening here is that we were clearing the liquidity that was sitting below this order block. Okay, now when we reach 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. we might have the continuation of the move or the consolidation if we have achieved what the price wanted. But if we haven't achieved, we might have this movement or the upside, and on reaching this area again, the time is 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and then we clear the liquidity that was previous day's highs. We clear that liquidity here, and then there was this move. We clear this liquidity here, which is movement downside, which did not break any structure, and then again this is our lower high, which also cleared another small liquidity that was generated along the 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Then we have this sharp move to the downside at 8:30 a.m. over there to the downside, and then a retracement at 9. Remember, 9 is when we have the equities open. At 9 to around 9:30 is when we have the equities open. And that is why we had this sharp move from 9 all the way to 10. When reaching 10, this was our 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Again, we cleared the buy side liquidity, filled the fair value gap, and after clearing the buy side liquidity, we broke the structure. So here you go to 1 minute time frame, and when you go to your 1 minute time frame, you will see everything very much visible. You will see everything very much visible. You can just see we clear this liquidity here, we clear that liquidity, which went down this low, and then when we have done that, a retracement to where? To this area here. So remember, you might not find everything very much visible here, but again, the break of market structure in this trade was visible in seconds time frame, in the seconds time frame, which was here. We broke that, and then we retraced that area, and then there was this sharp move all the way downside. Again, on reaching 1:30 to 4 p.m. 1:30 to 4 p.m. New York time, expect to see whatever which was not filled, expected to fill it, even you can replace to other blocks or anything, and we had the movement. So that's why I'm telling you, I'm still expecting to see these moves being cleared before we could expect to see the bullish movement. Okay, I want to stop there for today for these sessions. We are going to learn more on the other coming trading ideas. So on the DXY, it is going to help you to navigate through gold, Euro USD, and any other pair that is highly correlated to the dollar index. Thank you.